Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, it's been a tough year. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling tired, groggy, just not myself. And I know what can fix that. And that's a trip to my favorite doctor to get a big old shot of Steve Hayes' Tired Old Queen at the Movies. Why don't you come with me? If you're new here and you like the content, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you know when Steve puts out another great review of another classic movie. Now let's go see the Tired Old Queen at the Movies.
Hello, Joel. Won't you come in? It's Halloween time. The Tired Old Queen at the Movies.
Happy Halloween, Johnny! This Halloween, for a change, I thought we would do something with just a touch of comedy. So I chose 1939's The Cat and the Canary, starring Bob Hope, Paulette Goddard, Gale Sondergaard, Douglas Montgomery, and directed by Elliott Nugent. This was an old Broadway suspense play that had been a big hit in the 20s. It was made into a silent version. They even made an early talkie version in the 30s called The Cat Creeps. It's basically a haunted house movie.
How much farther?
Soon now.
It's about an old guy has died and they're coming to read the will.
You'll read his will in the library at midnight, just 10 years from the time he died.
The house is in New Orleans. It's in the swamps of New Orleans. It's an old, decadent southern mansion. It's looked over by a housekeeper named Miss Lou, who's played by the incredible Gale Sondergaard, who played every evil housekeeper in seemingly every 40s movie. They've gathered members of his family together. Now, someone in his family is going to inherit this fortune.
All this, midnight, the the heirs, and the family lawyer all gathering to hear the reading of the will. It reminds me of a lot of melodramas.
And plus, on the estate is a hidden necklace of fabulous wealth.
It's very peculiar that you should mention a necklace.
Yeah? Why?
There was one.
See?
And there's a poem that whoever gets the inheritance has to read and figure out what this necklace is.
Find the number beneath the vine. The sparkling gems will then be thine.
Now, there's also a strain of insanity in the family.
What are you doing?
It's the only way to stop a scream.
Oh, is that so? With me, it's for sneezing.
Everybody's afraid that whoever inherits it might go insane. If that's the case, they've drawn up a second will, which automatically goes to the next person. Well, whoever's in the second will has a perfect motive to kill who's ever in the first will.
What's wrong with it?
Why, that will is practically an invitation to commit murder.
Now, somebody has read both wills. We don't know who that is, but that's a problem. And when the will is read, it's Paulette Goddard.
Norman.
Norman. Well, I'm the only one here with that name.
What did I tell you? I knew it.
And it's up to Bob Hope to try to keep somebody from killing her. Paramount needed a vehicle for Bob Hope. Bob Hope had come up through vaudeville. He was a comedian.
Don't big empty houses scare you?
Not me. I used to be in vaudeville.
In this, he's fresh, he's young, and he seems very, very into it.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
Huh?
You know, that dead people come back?
You mean like the Republicans?
Paulette Goddard had just been up for Scarlett O'Hara. She came closest of anybody to getting Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. And just as they were about to sign her, Selznick met Vivien Leigh, and that was the end of that.
What happened, baby?
I don't know.
So they moved her over to The Women, where she played Miriam Aarons, the chorus girl of The Women, and that got her a contract with Paramount Pictures, and she signed on with this, because they wanted her, Hope to have a more romantic, sexy leading lady, and Paulette was great.
Well, how about letting me have it?
The movie here has great character actors. George Zucco plays sort of the crooked lawyer.
But that's the end, Miss Lou. A dead man can't stop the clock forever. There'll be a change from now on.
Yes.
Elizabeth Patterson plays the gossipy old aunt, and, well, I don't believe she got the inheritance. I should have gotten the inheritance, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cicely. You're not a bit sorry. I know I shouldn't be if I were the heir.
Douglas Montgomery and John Beale are two guys that were both in love at one time with Paulette, and they're distant relatives of this guy too, and they've come, and we don't quite know what their motives are about it.
What's the matter? Not afraid of a little healthy competition, are you? I'm not afraid of anything you've got to offer. I'm just warning you.
And they read the will, and Gale Sondergaard as Miss Lou is sort of psychic.
What happened?
Sometimes they get into the machinery.
And the chimes start to ring, and she says, "It chimed 8 times the night he died."
One will die before morning.
And she's always making things like this. And Bob Hope is always reacting to her like, whoa, you know. At one point, she says to him, "The spirits are all around you."
There are spirits all around you.
Well, could you put some in a glass with a little ice? I need it badly.
The movie is funny, it's tongue-in-cheek, and then, in the middle of this, the sheriff shows up and says, "I'm just warning you that a maniac has escaped from the local asylum, and he's a homicidal killer, and he's lurking in these swamps, and we think we've traced him here. He might be in this house."
One of our patients got away from us this afternoon.
That's all we needed. Well, anyway, it'll feel right at home here.
Now, this is the original movie where people walk into rooms and the bookcase changes and a hand comes out and grabs somebody and pulls them behind a bookcase.
Joyce, you're in danger. Great danger. But thank heaven I can tell you who they...
Or they're lying in bed and all of a sudden another bookcase moves and a hand comes down like this. And it's actually quite scary in a lot of parts. They really did it right. The house is really creepy. The effects are really good. But it's always funny. And Bob Hope keeps it light without making it too over the top. He just says, Bob Hope's screen character was always based on the coward.
Where was Crosby standing when he disappeared?
Exactly where Wally is now.
Can you still see me?
That's how he is. Or he'll say, "I'm not going to stand for this. I'm going to go out there and do something."
Well, somebody ought to go down and lock the cellar doors and windows anyhow.
Yeah, well, I'm going. Don't rush me.
He's like that all the time. And of course, being the kind of weakling, that's the guy that Paulette falls for. And Paulette is just refreshing and nice and kind of laughing at him all the time. I love it in a comedy when somebody says something funny and the other characters actually laugh at him.
That's Uncle Si.
Hello, Uncle Si.
They tell me he was so crooked that when he died, they had to screw him into the ground.
Quiet.
It was so successful at the box office that they immediately made a follow-up movie with Hope and Paulette Goddard.
No, I never knew there were so many ghosts roaming around loose until Paulette and I got into the Ghost Breakers. Believe me, The Cat and the Canary was a pink tea compared to this picture.
And it was very successful. Bob Hope went on to do My Favorite Blonde with Madeline Carroll, Paleface with Jane Russell, which was a big hit for him, and then My Favorite Spy with Hedy Lamarr. And then, of course, in between all that, he teamed up with Bing Crosby and Dorothy Lamour and did all these road pictures.
She must have been visiting a gopher friend.
The right thing to wear.
This movie is fun, it's Halloweeny, it's light, it's great, it's old-fashioned Hollywood comedy, horror, and I think you're gonna love Bob Hope, Paulette Goddard, Gale Sondergaard, Douglas Montgomery, Elizabeth Patterson, and Elliott Nugent's The Cat and the Canary. What was that?
Let's all go to the lobby. I'm gonna put this under your feet. So that you just moved your foot at one time and it squeaked.
Oh.
So that'll keep it from squeaking. So now you can move them.
Oh, I thought you were, because you thought I was going to tinkle.
The popcorn can't be beat.